You are watching Limited Resources Draft Series on MTGO Academy featuring Marshall Sutcliffe.
Hey guys, Marshall from Limited Resources doing another draft with you here on MTGOacademy.com. And interesting pack, actually. There's a Spirit Bonds. There's also a Constricting Sliver, Devouring Light, which are kind of the two other really good cards in this pack. There's a Frostlinks over here, Covenant of Blood. Some good stuff. I'm going to take Spirit Bonds. I like starting off with it. If you get it down on turn 2, you can just really abuse the heck out of the card. It's powerful. It's cheap. I like it. And what do we have for this next pick? Probably just going to take a Geist of the Moors here. We're going to cut white. I mean, we're going to put a couple people into white on our right, or to our left, excuse me, but I'm not that concerned with that. Goblin Rough Rider, I guess, is our pick here. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on in this pack. I guess we could take a Covenant of Blood. I'd rather have a Rough Rider with a Spirit Bonds, though. It's all about cheap creatures with this thing. Whoa. All right, a couple of really good blue cards here. Jason's Ingenuity. I like Jalira a lot. There's also an Inferno Fist, though, and a Generator Servant, which are both quite strong. Man, I really want to take that Jace's Ingenuity. But I figure I should probably take the Inferno Fist just because I've already got one red card, and it goes in this strategy so well. And Inferno Fist is very good. But man, I wanted to take it. All right, this pack's a little easier. I'll just take the Krenko's Enforcer. It's really nice with Inferno Fist, actually, so pretty happy to pick that up. Okay, so 0 white cards in this pack. Just stone nothing. And I think I'm going to take this Turn to Frog, and maybe we do end up going into blue after all. I mean, I took a red card, and it looks like we're going to be in red, but these white cards have dried up really quickly. All right, stick with red here and take the Scrapyard Mongrel. Wow. Yeah, we're definitely in the right color with red. The other color's not as clear, but Borderland Marauder, this is pick 8. Holy smokes. I would have first picked that card. Maybe not over Spirit Bonds, but I would have taken it over Geist of the Moors, which we second picked. Okay, so... wow, the Constricting Sliver and the Frostlinks came back. I just don't know what to make of this. I really have to make a decision here. Like, I think in a vacuum, like, based on what we have now, I'd rather have the Constricting Sliver, but I am really concerned that white just isn't open, and that this just somehow slipped through because that one pack was so stacked. I'm going to take the Frostlinks. That might come back to bite me. I don't know what the decision is there. That's a tough choice. And then a bunch of garbage to finish up. I mean, if I take the Constricting Sliver and just screenshot our deck here minus the Turn to Frog, I think I like it better than where we're at, which is sort of in between. But man, I'm concerned, like especially pack 3, but even some of pack 2 might just have no white. There just wasn't much besides that one, and that one came out of a pack that had quite a few good white cards. So trying to read the table here. Let's see if it pays off. Well, the whole reading the table thing's fine and dandy, but being in red is sweet already. We've got some good late red cards, and now we get a nice one. Goblin Rabblemaster's good card. And limited and constructed, it turns out, so we'll take that. And more good red cards. There's even a good blue card. I think we probably just take Kirkesh here. Oh, maybe Broodkeeper. We've actually already got an Inferno Fist and might get that other one back. I think I take Broodkeeper here. I want to try to pick as many red cards as I can. I think, like, Welcome Turn would make the cut, of course, but I think we should take red cards if it's close. Okay, well. Again, the blue and the white conundrum presents itself. Sungrace Pegasus or Divination looks like the choice here, as none of these red cards are really good. Okay, well, let's hedge back a little bit, because I think Sungrace Pegasus is definitely better than Divination. Now we find this, a military intelligence. Our red is great, but I want to get solidified here. I don't want to waffle back and forth any further between these two colors. All right, fine. We're blue. Yeah, take a divination. Oh, man. This is so annoying. Like, which one is better? This or this? It's pretty close, to be honest. And this is a pack where we're supposed to get more red. Or more white. All right, you know what? I'm just going to take the red card. Coral Barrier. Coral Barrier is just not what I want to be doing. Kinsbale Skirmisher kind of is. Fine, I will continue to waffle in mediocrity here. All right, looks like white might have gotten here just enough. The problem is I don't think we're going to get any of it in the next pack. Although we don't really need much. Red is open enough here, I think, that might be able to just pull this one out anyway. God, these picks have been torture, though. Luckily, most of them have been pretty easy because they've been red. All right. So we open a bomb rare and an off color. That's not a consideration here for us, though. We're going to try to get as many good red cards and scrap out some white cards out of this pile as well. Dauntless River Marshal is an interesting one to pick up here if we wanted. We could possibly splash. That would give us access to like a Frost Lynx and maybe a Turn to Frog or something along those lines. That could be interesting. We could take a card like Gargoyle Sentinel, which is going to make our Scrapyard Mongrels better, but I think we can probably pick that up a little later, or we could just take another good 2-drop with Bloodseeker. They're all fine picks. Selfless Cathar also a fine pick as well. I guess I'll just take the Bloodseeker here. All right, I like picking up a second Broodkeeper. We picked up a Mark by Honor, which we might play, and we've already got the Inferno Fist as well. So let's pick up a second Broodkeeper and try to make that sort of a sub-theme for us here. Probably need this Pillar of Light. That would be our third Mongrel. Belligerent Sliver's fine. Kinsbale Skirmisher's fine, but I think we don't really have quite enough removal yet. All right. All these good blue cards. Nothing for us. Gosh, there's really just not much for us. Like a sideboard card, maybe? It's pretty depressing. Okay, these packs have just gotten completely miserable. We just took a sideboard card and a card we're probably not going to play at all. This could get ugly for us here. Yeah, this is just like the most miserable run here. I mean, we're getting a Soulmender here. I'm worried about playables just because we hemmed and hawed a little too much on the blue, and these packs have been super dry for us. Oh, a breath of fresh air, an Inferno Fist to go with our 2 Broodkeepers. Oh, thank God, we needed something there. The thing is, like, if you're a little short and the packs, those packs, like the packs themselves, were terrible for us. My guess is that even if there was something good in it, it got taken, and that's it. And normally, you know, sure, they take the triplicate spirits, but you get the Kinsbale Skirmisher, right? Like, you get something out of the deal, and we're getting literal unplayables. I mean, those last 3, we didn't even, you know, they're sitting over here. This, and we picked up this thing, and we're probably going to run it, but like, ugh. All of a sudden we get an Inferno Fist, which is great for our deck. Really, really great. And here's the aforementioned Kinsbale Skirmisher, which I will also take. Okay, here's a Divine Favor and a Torch Fiend. The Divine Favor is actually a little interesting here just because of the two Brood Keepers. I really wish we had a Heliod's Pilgrim to search it up with. I'm actually going to take it, though. First time we've ever taken that over Torch Fiend, but I think we need to take a little bit of risk on here to try to get our power level up for this deck. I'm a little concerned about it. We have such a low curve. I still don't think I want a Foundry Street Denizen, though. I think I want Evolving Wilds or a Miner's Bane. I guess we'll take the Bane. Just give us sort of an outlet in case we flood out a little bit, because our curve is really compact. I like that. If we take the Evolving Wilds there, it's because we want to actually go for that splash, like Frostlinks and something. Divination or whatever, but I don't think we really want to. Yes, Crowd Saver, you will make the cut as well. All right, we need to cut a card. We got there. One card this deck would love is a Sanctified Charge. Just to get all these little weenies through, you know, these things and punch through a bunch of damage, but it's a nice, tight, aggressive curve here. I think it'll be just fine. Taking a Wall of Essence, not playing it. Taking Missionaries, not playing it. Okay. Probably can cut the Divine Favor. Probably our deck looks like this. This gives us 2 Inferno Fists and a Mark by Honor, which is a much better version of Divine Favor anyway. And I think that's our deck. Our sideboard plan is Solemn Offering. That's it. There we go. All right, 9-8. Do I agree with you? I do not. We want to go 9-8 in the other direction. We want to make sure we can cast all of these cheap white 2-drops. These can come later. Okay, so we made ourselves a deck. We got there eventually. Let's see what it can do.
Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out MTGO Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than one event ticket.
Oh, how lucky. We won the die roll. We will be playing first. I can get behind this hand. Yeah, it needs a mountain. If it doesn't find a mountain in the first few turns, the chances of winning go down a lot. But if we do, I think we have a really good shot at winning the game. And our curve is so low that, you know, keeping a 5-lander, we already can cast everything, basically. Our whole entire deck outside of one card. So, you know, when you curve out at 4, you can keep a little bit lighter land draws. I mean, if it was like Plains Mountain, I'd be really happy. All right, not a lot going on here. So we either want to draw white cards or mountains now. Sign and blood yourself. Okay. Maybe I lied. Drawing this particular white card maybe wasn't the best thing ever. You don't see black-red very often in this set. Man, we could have really destroyed this player here. All right, well, there's something. Not the worst draw ever. It gets a little bit more pressure going. And also lets us have ephemeral shields. Gonna lightning strike my Soulmender? You know what? You got it. I think that I can just save ephemeral shields for protecting Broodkeeper when we go for the Inferno Fist play down the line. Meow. Definitely battling here. No problem. That's a problem. All right. Bad luck. We needed good luck. We didn't get medium luck. We got a little bit of bad luck, maybe. This is not a great race for us. Our opponent now has 8 lands, but we're going to die with 7 cards in our hands, it looks like. Okay, so we didn't get there. Bummer. But away we go. Let's try again. I'd keep that hand again. It just didn't work out, so hopefully it does this time. Yep. Pretty easy keep here as well. Yeah, this is just a kind of a bang-up hand here, especially if our opponent has a similar draw to last time. Come on, deck. We curve out at 4. Should be able to cast our spells. Meow. All right, we got there. Rabblemaster. So we'll get to see if he has a lightning strike pretty quickly here, but if he does, then we're 1 land away from Broodkeepering, which is pretty sweet. Make a dude. Card's really insane. Curious to see if he blocks. I wouldn't mind it either way, to be honest. He is going to block. Just trade with a goblin. No problem there. The only card I would be a little annoyed to lose would be the Broodkeeper because it makes a good long game, but with 2 Inferno Fists, it kind of doesn't matter. Oh yeah, you're going to fall way behind. Way, way behind. Broodkeeper. Hit you for 4. Get to keep my token too. Oh, Juggernaut. Wow, marked by honor. That's going to be sweet. Is that good here? Make a Broodkeeper into a 4/5, which isn't quite enough to tussle with Juggernaut. But I could Inferno Fist. Let's see here. So a goblin is probably going to get eaten by Juggernaut and Carrion Crow, in which case I can Inferno Fist, make a thing, and then actually just kill Juggernaut, though I think the play is just to ignore that card. None of these plays get me any more damage at this turn. It's next turn where all that kind of the fireworks happen. One thing I could do though that would be pretty nice is to get the dragon and then just Inferno Fist the Carrion Crow right now. That way it clears the way for the dragon and it means that my another goblin gets to live. Why don't we go for that play? Also, I think this is nice too because the coast is clear against a red-black deck, like where realistically, you know, sticking this thing is going to be pretty tough anyway. So in they go. And then he's going to attack. We're going to take it. And then probably just go Marked by Honor on Broodkeeper. That should be bigger than what our opponent can do here. Even if it's like a Shadowcloak Vampire again, that would make the Broodkeeper a 4/5, and that thing's only a 4/3. So get the old double dragon going, and not really seeing a great way out of that for our opponent. Cone of Flame, what does Cone do here? Cone leaves us with a dragon or a Rabble Master, so even that actually isn't that bad for us. Yeah, Shadowcloak Vampire not going to get it done here. So the other consideration now is our opponent probably wants to try to race us, but I think we can just race them. That's 9. How are they going to get 9 damage in? Doesn't seem likely. Plus we have a blocker. What if I just attack with all of my guys? Probably blocks the Rabble Master, but they trade. And then they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all they have is a Juggernaut that must attack. And we've got a Broodkeeper, 2 Goblins, and both Dragons. Yeah, heck with it. Let's battle. Really kind of forced to block the Rabble Master here too, thanks to the trigger. Not literally forced, like this isn't a lethal attack, but that's a lot of damage. And I think if our opponent wants to jump the Vampire to block the Dragon, then we'll certainly accept that. Yeah, drop you to 7. I like this. Don't see any good way out of this for our opponent. Sometimes you got to know when to let go of a good value card like a Goblin Rabble Master. It's tempting to just sort of hang on. Ooh, a Maggot. That'll help. So I can go for 2, 4, 5, 6 in the air. I'm obviously just going to attack with everything here. Or I'm going to attack with these for sure. And then probably play the Geist so that I can block. Yeah. Opponent must block here. Else it's 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's only 8. No, so I guess they can block a Goblin, but let's see. Oh, no, it does kill them. Sorry, yeah. Got to block the Broodkeeper. See here. So then I play Geist of the Moors. I block Juggernaut. If not, what could they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 7 mana. They can hit me for 8, but I can block. So I don't get killed by Covenant of Blood. But if they do have Covenant of Blood, they kill my blocker, attack me down to 2. And go up to probably dead on the crackback. So, yeah. Actually, I don't have to attack with these goblins anymore. I'll just leave 1 back. I forgot that the goblins are optional attackers now. That's nice. Just in case there's something I didn't consider, a combination of... I mean, because the Juggernaut's done a good job of hitting me. Whoops. Well, my opponent screwed that up, and as a result, I then screwed that up. So I assumed that my opponent would block the Broodkeeper because I had lethal. But they actually didn't. They blocked the Goblin. And I didn't pump. I could have just killed him. Alright, well, if that's the case, I guess I'm just going to play the Scrapyard Mongrel. I still don't see any way out of this, but that's frustrating. I just assumed that they would block the Broodkeeper. With 1 mana up, there's nothing they could have. Man, that sucks. I could have just won. That was a bad block by my opponent, though. Oof. I have to say, they got lucky. Flush it us Broodkeeper, sure. Yeah, now there's just no card you can have in the game. All I have to do is block here. Just in case there's a lightning strike lurking. All right. Do not assume your opponent will make the good play. Right, sideboarding's easy at least. All right, let's try to run this thing over. I want to win this game 3. That first game was very unsatisfying. The old 7 cards in hand when you die thing is no good. That game was quite satisfying except for that little fumble at the end there, but it wasn't actually consequential still. Yep. And what do you say? You're welcome. Of course, you guys know if you would like to join the clan, you know how to do it. Send me a message on here and I'll get you an invite. Super easy. There's another one. All you have to do is love magic and not be a jerk, and you can join the clan. You can also check out the Limited Resources subreddit on on reddit.com. You can find the link at LRcast, and it's a great place for fellow clan members to hang out, as well as just Magic fans, LR fans, that kind of stuff. This is a pretty easy keep. If we draw a 2-drop, we can go Spirit Bonds into token, into Geist of War into token, into Broodkeeper into token, and that's going to be pretty rough to keep up with if our opponent can't do that. If not, then it gets a little awkward for us because we probably just want to cast the Geist of the Moors at that point. But is this a Rats? Yeah. An Enforcer. All right, well, that is not a 2-drop. We still have another, basically 2 draw steps to find it, though, just to make the thing perfect. Spirit Bonds. All right, well, we didn't get there. But I think our play is pretty easy. Like, I think we just play Geist of the Moors here. And then next turn play Enforcer, and then next turn play Brewkeeper, and we can use our Spirit Bonds there. The Geist of the Moor should do a good job at keeping the Carrion Crow back. And frankly, I might just trade if he attacks with it. Yeah, I'm just going to trade. This means that our Spirit Bond tokens are going to be able to get in, and it gives us a little bit of breathing room to get through. Yeah, there's a Juggernaut. Juggernaut's a problem. I may double block. Not what I want to be doing. Yeah, I'm going to double block here. And just pray that this works out. I mean, you can have any number of removal spells here. But we do make him use his whole turn here. Yeah. So I'll have to accept that because we've got a similar place coming up. But Juggernaut's a big issue. We're not able to apply enough pressure here to get around a Juggernaut. I think I take this hit, though. would you do that? I don't know what that lightning strike's all about. I think you just let me double block. Again, I showed that I was willing to do it. It's less likely that you have removal the second time. I feel like just triple blocking the Juggernaut here. I could also just single block the Juggernaut and hope to draw a creature, start gaining some life. But if I don't draw a creature, I can start falling behind a little too quickly. I think I am just going to chump, though. I think I have enough creatures in my deck that it's probably worth it. We don't need much to get out of this mess. There we go. We did it. Okay, the shields, they are up. Am I attacking with the spirit? No, still not. Not ready to attack yet. We're going to try to grind them out with spirit bonds, so. Does he have the big follow-up play? Sort of. It's pretty good. And that's not. All right, so we need spells. Spells, yes. I should just play the mountain. He's going to attack with that cat anyway. He just keeps jamming it. Although, you know, this is actually interesting because we don't need it at all. And now he might be more likely to, thinking that he's trying to get our card. It's funny how that works out sometimes. And I am going to block. And I'm not going to block the Rot Feaster Maggot because thanks to the Soul Mender, it's essentially only doing 2 damage a turn here. Yeah, this is actually interesting. I think that keeping that card in hand, even though I lost it, was better. It's just funny. Okay, so if I'm not blocking, I think I just want to attack here and here. More creatures. And just try to mitigate this. Card we couldn't beat is something like a Caustic Tar. Oh, Krankos Enforcer is really good too. Okay, business. That helps a lot, actually. It helps us race. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it back. I want to be able to block with Broodkeeper now. Gosh, this guy is so aggressive. Blocking here. I'm going to gain a life before the damage. Ulcerate. After blocks. It has to be Ulcerate. I can't save my Broodkeeper with a Spirit because of the Ulcerate. Needed action there. But now that my Broodkeeper's gone, things look a lot worse. All right, well, I think I need to kill this Broodkeeper. This puts us to 1. Mongrel. Wow, that's good. That was a big draw for us. This actually gives us a shot. Welcome, Junkyard Dog. But of course he just attacks with everything because that's all this guy, I admire you, sir. Your right-click attack with all finger is strong. So this is going to block this. We're going to trade this. And I'm just going to chump block here, I guess. Doesn't really matter, but... All right, now we're back in a spot where if we keep drawing spells, we can get there. And it's a skirmisher. We drew a spell. Yes. Am I actually attacking this turn? Yeah, I am. Totally battling here, and then I'm going to double block with these two on this, and then I've even got protection. So now the question is just, can we outrace a burn spell? Like, I need to activate this Soul Mender 2 or 3 more times before we're out of range of Covenant of Blood and Lightning Strike, basically. Or if he just draws some big bomb, of course, we'll be dead, but... Hey, he finally stopped attacking. Go to 3. Draw mountains. That doesn't do anything. But we can attack here and here. And we're going to just go ahead and gain a life right now. That way, in case our opponent draws Lightning Strike, he can't kill us. Because the way it normally goes is you wait. They draw Lightning Strike. Then you go gain a life on your end step, and they go kill you. But if you do it during your turn on that key turn, then it can actually matter. So when it comes to instant speed burn spells, you have to play around them sometimes with your Soul Mender. Shadow Cloak Vampire. All right, that's going to change things. Yeah, that's a good one. Sweet. I thought he was going to attack with the maggot, which I think would be a really good attack. Because I'd have to get rid of my spirits, and they're both going to keep this thing out for as long as possible. Okay, a Bloodseeker. Fortunately, this does mean that we're going to have a hard time actually keeping pressure on. I'm going to go ahead and gain 1 life here too. Now, we don't have to worry about Covenant of Blood because it's a sorcery and we can just respond, but there's still Stoke the Flames available in this format, and I want to be able to not just immediately die to that. All right, so now we have 3 spirits to block the vampire. Actually, this looks like it's pretty good again for us. God, this has been a close game. This was the problem. Put us on the defensive, even though we're ostensibly the aggressor here. Thinking about what I want to draw here, and I think just any spell is the answer. Fortunately, we did not draw a spell. But Mark by Honor would be good here. I think we'd probably put it on the Scrapyard Mongrel and start beating down. So is he now going to attack with his maggot? Just to try to grow this thing above our spirit count? Or he's just going to attack with both? He's on 0 cards, though. Oh, he's going to give it flying. All right, well, this just means I have to triple block. And then just double block here. So, yeah, I guess you just get to wipe his board here? What am I missing? Whenever a creature... Enchanted creature's lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a post... But if it's dead, it doesn't matter. So I just triple block this. And then I put, like, these 2 guys in front of this. He kills my mongrel. I kill this, and I have a wiped out board, and I have all this stuff. I think he's overthinking the fact that I might sack spirits to save other creatures. I'm not. I mean, he'll gain some life here, but he's on 0 cards. Do I actually want to keep the Skirmisher? No, I think the Bloodseeker is probably more important. Yeah, I am not in love with that attack by him. I mean, from our perspective, I am deeply in love with it. I would marry it immediately. I would get down on one knee. I would go buy a big fat ring for that attack. I would take care of it when it was sick. But from his perspective, definitely not. And I'm beaten down. And he top decks Gravedigger. How is this a real game? What does he get? The Maggot? The Juggernaut? Crow? This game is Getting the vampire. Right, of course he is. God. Now what the heck am I doing? You know, he doesn't really have a great attack here. Let's look at it. I can send in the Swift Claw and trade for the Gravedigger, which I think I'm going to do here. Takes it? Oh, fantastic. That works too. Yeah, because now he's screwed. If he wants to jump his vampire, he's going to go down to 5, and we have all types of lethal here. Unless he has some other play. God, I mean, if he top decked, it's just like, if he has another lightning strike, I can't block. But otherwise, the chances that he drew something good are so low, I just crack back and kill him. Right? He blocks this, he takes 2, 4, 5, 6. He's just dead. If I chump block, he blocks here. He takes 2, 4, 5, and I guess he's dead if he has a land in his hand. Oh God, how did this happen? Well, I'm gonna gain a life because I'm doing that anyway. I feel like just taking this. We'll see what you got. It's a Zoffshade. What do we get? A mountain. All right, so what happens if we attack with everything? He lives, and we die, so we can't do that. And the Zoffshade is now huge as well, and we might just lose this game. This is just ridiculous. Yeah, pass a turn. He's got to be extra careful here, though. He just doesn't have much damage to deal with to use this Shadow Cloak. The Zoffshade is really annoying because of how big it could get, but I don't think he actually has an attack here that makes any sense, because if he throws his Vampire into the air, and I block with Spirit, and he attacks with his Zoffshade, I block with something. I sack my Spirit to give... I block here and block with the thing and give it indestructible. You bet. All right, let's see what he came up with for this turn. Thought about it for a little while, so probably isn't doing the right-click attack all thing anymore. Oh, this has been such a ridiculous game. Remember the Rotfeaster Maggot gaining 3? Does that matter? Jeez. He's going to attack with the Gravedigger. Sure. Okay. Something. Ooh. A marked by honor. Let's assume that he has nothing. Let's just play the game as if he had nothing. What would we do? Marked by honor the spirit. Attack with everything. He jumps his vampire to block the spirit. He goes to 3 and he dies. Or he goes block, block, takes 4. That's different. So actually he doesn't die. He doesn't jump the vampire at all. He just takes 3 in the air. And he eats Eresco Swiftclaw, eats Altac Bloodseeker, takes 1 from this, and only takes 4 damage. So that's not good enough. So I think what the play is here is to go marked by honor on the spirit, because then it can trade for the vampire in case he found something, and I can still attack with it this turn for 1 anyway. Okay, we've got a turn. He drew a land. What's left in his hand? What is that last card? I think he's just going to attack with both. Yeah, I think he's out of gas. So the block looks like this and like this. And I don't think that we use the Soul Mender just in case he drew flames. Yes, this was pumped. You're going to win these fights. Now what? Needs a way to gain life, get in the way of the spirit, do something. Thinking about it. Covenant of Blood, the spirit token. Oh my God. So I can sack it so that he doesn't gain the life, but then I have to start chumping, so I have to draw a creature. This is just incredible. If I draw a creature in the next 2 turns, and assuming he doesn't get something else, we can win. Or if I draw, I think I have 1 more Kinsbale. No, I already drew them both. Pillar of Light. He has to pump to kill me. I'm going to attack. He's got to go for it, right? This has been the craziest game I have played in a while. I am supposed to be a sleek, red, white, black, aggressive deck. And look how many cards are in my yard. Look how many lands we've drawn. We've drawn 13 lands. My curve is at 4. This is just absurd. I'm taking it. If you drew Lightning Strike, you win, but just draw land one time. It's a black cat. Okay. Creature. Crowd's Favor. Okay, Crowd's Favor actually works. Because Crowd's Favor lets me block this Offshade and force him to pump it. And then I can pillar it. Okay, so that problem's solved. We need to find a creature. Okay, come on, creature. Creature. Inferno Fist. Yes. Yes. We did it. We win. Oh my God, that was sweet. I can't believe that game. All right, we'll see you guys in the next round.
Love playing Standard on Magic Online? Check out Academy Standard Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds for Standard Singles.
All right, here we are for the second round, and I do believe we have a keep here, yeah. Oof, that first round was that was a marathon. Wall of mulch, okay. Usually want to get the Ravel Master going as soon as you can, because your opponent is less likely to be ready for it. And yeah, that's actually the case here too. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I mean, yeah, the Geist of the Moors can get more damage in a little sooner, but the Goblin Rabble Master being up 1 token actually starts to add up pretty quickly if our opponent can't find a blocker for it. Pretty fast. It adds up. Oh, and they haven't. Well, isn't this interesting? That must attack. They don't all get haste, though, right? No. I think I still just want to Geist of the Moors here, and the next turn I'll go Rough Rider Inferno Fist on this. So for now, let's battle. I wonder what this could be. This could be Titanic Growth. I'm not going to let that stop me. We're getting in there. So it's either Titanic Growth or just drawing a card. Yeah, just drawing a card. Lovely. Yeah, this is a savage beats. This is a tough hand to beat, I think. Like being up 2 goblins when our opponent doesn't have a board. Oh, and now it can't block her. Oh, yeah. Although I guess this does kind of screw this plan up a little bit. And Void Snare the Rabble Master. That is not going to do much. So let's get the Rabble Master back down again. That means, you know, we get the haste and all that kind of stuff. And then I think I want to Inferno Fist. Obviously, the Geist of the Moors is a less good target for it now. I could just put it on a random Goblin token. Opponent's at 20, though. Yeah, I think I do actually just want to put it on a random Goblin token. This gets me in a bunch of damage right now. And the next turn, I'm just going to end up sacking it to kill the Welcome turn to get the 3 damage in here anyway, most likely. And lets me use up all my mana. So I can cast Miner's Bane next turn or go Scrapyard Mongrel, activate Inferno Fist. Yeah, it's just too much pressure. Our opponent just didn't have quite enough there. Yep. All right, Enforcer that we can't cast, but Marked by Honor should be good against this opponent. I'll keep it. Maybe we'll draw Spirit Bonds or something like that. That was a good draw. Wayfinder normally pretty decent against us, but not really against this draw. Frostlink's Coral Barrier, Wall of Mulch. We might have our work cut out for us here. And here's Living Totem. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Enforcer. I was thinking about the Rough Rider. It can actually attack into this board, but really I'm not going to trade it off for that. And I'm probably just going to go with Marked by Honor on this thing and just start trying to get the race going in my favor. Okay, maybe not. I think I can swing this back in my favor. So I think what I want to do here is this and this. And the reason I'm doing this is because I can block and use Crowd's Favor. And also because if my opponent has Void Snare, I think they're going to snap it off on this thing. And that's going to let me stick Marked by Honor on Krenko's Enforcer and shore up this entire board state. God, this just has to be Peel from Reality. So let's say my opponent has it, because why else wouldn't they attack with the Frostlinks? Who cares about the Frostlinks? All right, I'm going to take it. I wanted to use Crowd's Favor, but I don't want to get 3 for 1s, or two for 1 with Peel. I'll get 1 for 1 with it if he insists, but it's not. You just wanted to keep Frostlink. Oh, just a block? Oh, of course. That was dumb. Should have thought of that. Well, if that's the case, I probably still just want it on this. So I can hit for 3. I can like kill this thing and hit for 3 here with this. Or I could, if I wanted to swing the race that much further, is I could attack with both, let him block, use this to Crowd's Favor to kill the Frostlinks, and then I would actually be, I would have a 5-power attacker when I had it next time, or I could just keep up the Inferno Fist, you know, to kill this or this. Yeah, I think killing this and this turn seems quite nice, actually. I'm going to go for it. Block. Pay. Grind clock? What in the world? So we'll just trade off for Shaman Spring. All right. I've seen worse board states in this one for us. Oh, no. Stop that. Oh, stop it. Jeez. Now the question is, are we too far behind? Probably not, but we're getting there. Sure. All right. Yeah, I should concede here. I don't want him to grind clock me to see more cards. Well, that didn't go very well. Grind clock? Ugh. Can't believe he left that in, to be honest. Like, after the curve we showed him in game 1, that is not the kind of thing you want to have floating around in your deck. We go turn 3 battle Rabble Master and they play a grind clock, like, ugh. Yes, I would love to play first. Thank you for asking. Okay, I'll keep it. We get a turn 2 Borderland Marauder, and if we're lucky, if we draw planes, so nice. But even then, this Marauder is going to do a lot of work. Oh. Oh, hello. Hello, planes. We did get lucky. Wow, Broodkeeper Inferno Fist, 2 for down the line. I like that. What's the play here? Probably just crowds favor away this Frost Lynx and play a Sun Grace. We don't have enough planes to get it going, so unfortunately we're just going to have to wait. It's actually a really nice little draw right there when you look at it. If we're not going to draw a land, which is I think what I would have preferred to draw there, just building out our board is pretty sweet since I get to actually pay it. Because if it's a white creature, like if it's a Kinsbale Skirmisher, not that that would be a terrible draw. I don't get to make the spirit, and I want to make spirits right now. That's awkward. Now I can't Inferno Fist the Shaman of Spring. Oh. Okay. Guess we're attacking. Speaking of Kinsbale Skirmisher. I think I'd rather just Inferno Fist here. Just 5 you, make the race basically impossible. I guess I should have attacked. I guess trading there is probably just, I just need to suck it up and trade that off there. Jugs. Okay, let's race. I'm in. I'm in for the race. Yeah, I'm definitely just going to attack with the Borderland Marauder. Okay, so where am I putting this and how is this all working out? Not going to put it on the Pegasus because that's the most likely bounce target here. I could just put it on a Spirit, I suppose. That's an extra damage. And yeah, I'm going to pay. Okay, got him down to 7, so can kill him next turn if he doesn't have anything. This is a big turn, though. Yes, it is. Because we're looking at a possible Hornet Queen here, and I don't know how the heck we beat that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we have to wait. All right, so Inferno Fist killing Hornet Queen pumps the Bloodseeker, and then I guess we just send in all the spirits to just try to trade. And even the Pegasus, if we trade the Pegasus, the Inferno Fist, and all of the spirits for all of the insects plus the Hornet Queen, then like we can probably win that game. Good block. Played around Lightning Strike there. That's smart. 12-1. Yeah, go ahead. With a little bit of luck, our opponent will have some big fat bomb that we can Pillar of Light here. That would be pretty nice. Oh, Living Totem. Yes, we do get to kill something. Put it on Shaman, I suppose. No, I'm going to put it on Jugs. All right. I will happily exile Juggernaut. All right, we're back on the plan. Two of the grindiest cards in the format, Hornet Queen versus Spirit Bonds. They're just going at it. Attack, huh? All right. Take it. Interesting attack. It lets me actually swing with the Mongrel here, right? Like if I attack with everything, blocks here, blocks Mongrel. Yeah, that's actually not good, but I can definitely swing with the Mongrel. And eat that Living Totem, which is kind of a pain. Yep, Living Totem first. Take it. Okay, lethal. It has been presented. Digging. Gonna insta-sack the wall. Try to find something. Oh, sack the other wall. But this is going to use up a big chunk of mana, though there are a lot of flyers in this deck that can actually get our opponent to not die this next turn. And still not in a good spot either way. Yeah, there's one of them, but that's not a good one. And all that pre-combat sacking means that no attacks either, just in case my opponent had an idea about that. I do get to swing with the team on the ground here, though. Could sack the wall. I think that would make you dead, though. Soulmender. Yeah, so I'm just going to ship with the squad here. Yeah. And the one that gets blocked can get sacrificed to save the Bloodseeker or whatever it is that gets blocked on the ground. He's got to block everything. So we'll save this guy. These trade anyway, so fair. Go. Gotta dig. Not that many outs. Something like Aether Spouts could do it. We'll probably be in a good enough position to play around Aether Spouts here. No, looks like our opponent may not make us. Meteorite. To kill a spirit token? Mm-hmm. Close. All right. Doesn't even make us play around it. I like it. That's good for us. Okay, we made it to the finals. See you guys there.
If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards with event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, look at MTGO Academy's selection by trading our official bot, Academy Sellbot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
All right, here we are in the finals. And we've got a keeper. We're going to be on the draw this time. A little dramatic, I think, but uh-oh. Might have a little mirror match on our hands here. A Pillar of Light probably not going to do a lot here. Yeah, he's in. Okay. Swiftclaw. Swiftclaw is actually going to block Bronze Sable if it sends, because that way the Enforcer can get in later. Opponent missed a land drop, but we actually have drawn all red. We need one more white to get our real pressure card going. And I'm going to take this. I'm less scared of the Pride Mate because if it starts getting huge, I can eventually pillar it. Ah! Netcaster Spider, you say? I just have to stay back. Unfortunately, it's just a block to Cathar. Or maybe even the Pride Mate. Either way, I'm essentially blocking the Cathar because I think he'd sack it. Don't be triplicate spirits. Actually, kind of, yeah, if it's I needed it to be the 4/4 because then I can kill that and we have a game on our hands, but we're going to get ranched here. Wow, no attack? Interesting. I think I would have just shipped her in there. Get a free 2 damage, basically. I can't block the thing. Yeah, we can't win now, though. I just can't see. I can't imagine a scenario where we come back. Oh, yeah. This is just a savage beating. Look at this curve. Get in there. Man, give me extra draw steps. I'll take them, but it doesn't matter anyway, though. Play the planes, okay. All right. Play Minor Span, I guess. This matchup is going to be really tough for us. It's going to put a lot of pressure on us drawing our removal spells at just the right time. There you go. Now you're playing. Yeah, we're dead. Sack it, we take 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Is there anything we can do? I should want to bring in a meteorite. He's just got enough things that we want to kill with it, I'm sure. The Paragon's a huge target for it, that kind of thing. Or is he just going to kill the pillar? I mean, he might have a big green creature floating around in there, but not from what we saw. Okay. We'll try to fight with this. No, he always has it. Yeah, I'm going to trade this thing for a bear. I think it's getting much better than that. All right, so now all we need to do is draw 2 enchantments in a row. That's it. That's all we need. 2 enchantments back to back. Marked by honor? Couple of Inferno Fists, get some dragons going. I think we can win that game. Got to just run them out there now. Uh-oh. He's actually got the 9 or whatever for Feral. No, it's just Triplicate Spirits again. And we're dead. All right. Card's pretty unbeatable, especially for our deck. I mean, like, if we hit Inferno Fist, then I like where we're at. I'm not going to win this race. Daggers. I did ask for an enchantment. Oh, good. It hit something that didn't matter. I mean, not that I'd rather not have it, but you can live with that. That's a good attack. I can't actually block. Because my only out is finding something along the other lines there. All right. We did not get there. Finish me. We made it into a race, but not a real one. Yeah, here they come. This is probably just Sanctified Charge. Yeah, maybe it's not. Okay, you play it safe. Would have been nice. Forced to block or else we're dead. Because of this. And now, if I were him, I probably wouldn't even, I would probably just, I wouldn't even sack the Cathar. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter which way he does it. Yeah, you got it. Oops. All right. Well, we can't beat Triplicate Spirits without a really strong draw, and our draws were medium. They were fine. We got to cast spells. It wasn't like that first match where we got stuck with 7 cards or whatever. We got to play Magic. It's just we drew more along the lines of our mediocre spells. You know, our 2/2s, our 3/3s for 4, that kind of stuff. They're fine, but we needed to hit like, I think in order to beat that deck, we'd have to hit something like a really early Spirit Bonds, or like I said, like some of our sort of combo cards, like the Broodkeeper plus an enchantment. Those are the type of cards that we needed to sort of, you know, push us over the top power level. Because the fact is that our opponent's spells were just more powerful. Like Triplicate Spirits is more powerful than anything we can do outside of Spirit Bonds. So yeah, it's pretty tough. But fun draft nonetheless. If you guys want to send me an email for feedback, it's lr@lrcast.com. You can also follow me on Twitter, Marshall_LR. I told you about getting in the clan. I told you to check out the subreddit on reddit.com. And you can find all that stuff, of course, at lrcast.com. We'll see you guys next week.